I would definitely have to say that one of the more interesting characters in the Star Wars sequel trilogy has got to be Kylo Ren / Ben Solo. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, with Kylo Ren making his official return in Star Wars Episode 9 by writer and director J.J. Abrams and making his final debut in the final Skywalker Saga film, as well as an end to the sequel trilogy, a lot of people are really starting to wonder now exactly what Kylo Ren will be like in this film. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Kylo Ren's new design and his new armor / new helmet. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren inside of his chambers. He wears a black metallic chest plate with the shoulders consisting of armor as well. He sports a black cape that is long in length and shin guards, with black boots. His hair appears to be shorter as if it was trimmed with no scar seen. In the background is a helmet that has a bunch of red lines running through it, indicating he repaired his helmet. Another goes over Kylo Ren in a similar outfit from The Force Awakens on Takodana, except he sports a long black robe over his head, without the helmet this time. The armor that Kylo wears gives him the look of a knight of sorts and may be used during the final battle with Rey to prevent easy injuries. Now, what I really love about all of this is that it's somewhat mimicking that of Darth Vader. You know, we do know that Darth Vader had the pretty much armored shoulders, if you guys remember when Luke Skywalker actually hits him on Bespin and Vader takes a hit and it doesn't really hurt him at all. You know, you just see a couple of sparks fly off. Now, Kylo Ren could very well be adopting a type of armor just like that, except over his chest, his shoulders, his shins as well. A lot of things are really happening with the design of Kylo Ren. It really does seem like JJ and Chris Terrio are trying to do something very unique with the character of Kylo, not only by his personality, but also by his appearance in order to make him a more intimidating character. After all, we have heard that a lot of elements of Darth Vader will actually be put into the character of Kylo in Episode 9 in order to make him a more evil character in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, with that being said, alright, about the helmet, we heard about this last week lightly, that apparently he puts it back together again and has like this red glowing crystalline stuff that actually bonds it all together, at least temporarily. And to me, this sounds pretty cool in design because it does give the helmet a more evil look to it, because it's as if veins or, you know, veins are like running down the actual helmet itself, giving it a more angry look. And I kind of love that idea. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how long Kylo Ren is going to wear his helmet in Episode 9. And after all, he may have more than one helmet in this movie, because, you know, we're not quite sure if there's going to be a time jump midway through the film. After all, they did that with Solo: A Star Wars Story and Rogue One, though it wasn't midway through. They did have a time jump within the movie itself, and I think that if J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio really wanted to do that in order to show us a lot of different designs and stuff like that for our characters, they could absolutely do so. As far as the armored chest plate, you know, we haven't necessarily seen this at all when it came to the character of Kylo, so that's yet another thing that's really going to make the character appear, I guess you could say, stronger and more secure and more confident within himself, that he is now actually a little bit more protected. And not only that, I believe he's just going to be stronger nonetheless, because he's going to be training through the dark side of the Force on his own, somehow, some way, without a master. Now, that's the other thing. That's the huge question, right? If you look at him in The Last Jedi, does Kylo Ren need more training? I think it's safe to say that yes, he could use some more training. So now that he's without a master, is he going to get proper training to becoming a full dark side user in Episode 9? We'll have to wait and see. That's a very interesting angle for sure, right? You know, if you look at Rey right now, of course she needs more training by Luke. It's kind of like, you know, if Luke Skywalker never came back to kind of like guide Rey or something around those lines, in which he will in this movie. So as far as everything else when it comes to Kylo, this sounds like a very interesting design when it comes to the helmet, the shin guards, the chest plate, the shoulders, the other design in which, you know, he's actually just wearing a black robe with the hood over his head without the helmet, kind of very much like Anakin Skywalker on Mustafar in Revenge of the Sith. Again, like I say, Kylo and Chris, Chris Terrio and Adam Driver, you know, they're really trying to bring us a new type of Kylo Ren, especially J.J. Abrams. And with that being said, guys, I would really love to hear what you have to say about all of this. What do you think about this helmet? We've been hearing about this so very much this past, week or so, that, it's going to be put back together by this rid crystalline adhesive that apparently glows at first and then dims once it dries out. To me, that sounds pretty cool. It sounds like we are going to get a very interesting design when it comes to his helmet, and of course, this is just yet another way for Disney to sell merchandise. I wouldn't doubt it. Could you imagine those helmets on, in the stores, kind of like with the red lines going through it, the designs? I can imagine all these, guys that do the art and stuff like that making their own versions of this. It's really gonna stick, I feel. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.